Welcome to Luga's crib. Over here, we got the front of the cab. Her favorite part, her food bin.
And then we got our indoor hood / table where we put all of our stuff when we walk in.
Over here's where we keep our shoes. Over here, we have one of 2 cabinets that we built on top of the wheel well. Absolutely full of random miscellaneous storage. This is where the dog eats.
This is her personal water jug. And here we have a food container. And that's just sitting on top of our clothes drawers. Oh, and this is Luga's favorite box. This is our composting, separating toilet. And we have our little fancy toilet paper holder made out of paracord next to the trash can. And that's our coffee that we reuse for our composting toilet. And this white box here was an amazing, where was it again? The Habitat for Humanity restore that we use for our clothes and things. And it was cheaper than buying a pair of drawer slides. We hold our water jug on top of that. And there we got some more water jugs. This is the other side, the other wheel well box storage we have. We've got a side of just clear tubs that are like miscellaneous cleaning and toothbrushes and stuff like that, first aid. And then we've got our amazingly well organized power cords and our batteries and all that's in there. And on top of that, we have the kitchen overflow, which is going to be our air fryer and other things we pile on top of that. And then we have our actual counter, the 8-foot long piece of plywood that we made into a counter.
Over here, behind curtain number 1, we have a fridge. And behind curtain number 2, another fridge. We originally only had one, but then Cheyenne actually ended up beta testing a second fridge, so they just sent us another fridge. So now we have 2. And we decided to keep both of them because what we do is a lot of times we'll use this green fridge as a fridge, and then the blue one actually has 2 compartments, so we can turn one of them into a freezer. That way we can spoil ourselves with things like ice cream and frozen French fries, our guilty pleasures. And then up on top, we have this countertop that is just a piece of plywood, but it's the nice plywood. So we just decided to leave this as the finished surface of the counter, and it's worked pretty well. It's getting a nice little patina from us using it as the oil and grease slowly seeps in. Here we have our Coleman stove that, yes, we use to cook inside, but we do have a CO monitor, so we know we're being safe and we're not going to gas ourselves out in here. And if we did, we have plenty of windows we can open to let the air come through, so that's never really been an issue. This is the vacuum that we use to suck up Luga's hair.
And then we have our countertop riser for cutting and stuff. Gives us a little more room and a little more height. And then we have all of our spices and miscellaneous kitchen items in their little baskets. We have our sink with our drying rack on top. Our sink, our water pumps, and water container that we can also take outside and we use it as our shower.
Here we have one of our feats of engineering, our swiveling, rotating coffee/dining table.
So this is where Luga likes to hide under the table. She likes to do this a lot, stick her head out here, and she'll hit the table like that, and she'll knock all your coffee and spill it on your pants. Her day bed. And then if we have her come up here, ma'am, come on. Now this is her night bed. Sometimes we use it as a couch if we're allowed, but mostly she's either sleeping on it or looking out the windows. And this is our half of the couch / dog bed. She might take over this side too if there's something interesting on that side of the window.
Down here on the floor, we had to hide some of our flooring errors by putting in this really long runner rug. Keeps her from sliding all around on the floor.
And under our couch, we've got really long storage bins that come all the way back under the bed. And we found these at Walmart, and they just happened to perfectly fit the height of our couch. We didn't even build it to a certain height. We just built it, and we were like, well, I guess these are the ones. They fit. And we usually put the water in front of it when we drive so they don't slide too far. And we got our mini split up there.
We have our big bed. We went with an obnoxiously large king-sized bed. We have this lovely walnut headboard that we actually milled ourselves on a sawmill. Was a really fun project, and now we have this really cool headboard.
We have to drill a hole for the mini split to let the condenser lines and the drainage lines run. We were able to fit 3 power cords into it as well. So one of those is for the mini split, and then another one is for our power in, and another one is for power out. So we didn't have to drill any other holes. And that long snake just, we've had some pre-existing holes, and we just cable clipped it up. And that long snake goes back to that power, well-organized power cabinet that we have. We've got a lot of hooks that we're usually using to hang our clothes, but we're letting in some more light, so we took those down. Ow, just got attacked by a tumbleweed. And in the front, we've got this nice bumper deck / bench, and we also use it to shower on so we don't get our feet muddy. It's an outdoor workbench. We've got this roof rack. We have plans to build it out and put a deck on it and more solar. Currently we've got this flat folding solar just on the ground. That's the best way to just put it so the wind doesn't blow it around. Yeah, we've got some bug screen covers on our windows that are magnetic. This bus has got really odd-shaped windows, so it doesn't. There's not really many options, and this was the best option we could find, and they've been working pretty well. And this is the gymnast ring area that I mostly just use as a pull-up bar or hanging on in the mornings for a good stretch. And that's just built with some Unistrut from my car roof rack that I don't use anymore because we have this crazy roof rack that has plenty of storage. We got a gift from the previous owners, a beautiful character mark. This thing was hanging loose, so we added a nice shiny little bolt to hold it in so it's not banging all the time when you're driving, which it was doing. You know, we're mechanics here. We've got these Amazon tire covers that just barely cover our tires. They're the biggest size we could find, and they just barely cover them. And then back here is where those power cords come out. We got the mini split up here. We've got a little wireless backup camera. We've got a spare tire here. It's got a crack in the rim. It was actually the tire that was on the bus, but we put the spare tire on, and now the cracked rim is our spare. The back bumper's got an extension out. We haven't put anything here yet, but we plan on building something, either another wood deck, or it'd be cool to have some sort of locking toolboxes, kind of you see in a truck. We have our stock luggage compartments. We have the beautifully clean and sterile first aid kit in this box that came with the bus. We got our leveling blocks here, and they've just sunken into the dirt here because it's very loose on this lake bed. And this is our battery compartment. Might not be able to tell, this latch is not really doing anything. And the only way to hold this closed is with a nice bar magnet. And that quick fix was all we needed. It used to just flap while you drive. That's pretty much it. It's the outside of the bus there. Thanks for checking out our 1981 Bluebird bus.
We hope you enjoyed seeing some of the things we've done to it, and we'll see you with the next video. Hello, Luger. Meet bus dog. Let's go. This is what we're working with. But let's get to it. She just burped. Classic.